Comes at the expense of ourselves that we don't even realize that, because we are so much into this routine of living this life that we don't realize that we're doing that is harmful for ourselves. Stop wasting so much time. Stop wasting time. It's something super simple. Everybody says the same. You should do things that are important. You should go and accomplish those projects, those ideas that you have in your mind. But the thing is that we don't know better, because we don't actually understand that we are wasting time. It comes in many different forms and comes in the very different aspects of our life. We can waste time in things that we don't even acknowledge. We think that video game that we're playing, or that movie that we want to watch, or that TV show, it's not only one TV show. You need to realize that you watch 8 or 7 or 10. I don't know the number. But every of those things that you're consuming, that you are using your time to watch, to enjoy, to see, they are wasting your time for the real things that you need to go ahead and do. I was one of those. I used to play video games to no end. I used to be to play Call of Duty back in the day for hours, for 3, 4, 5 hours after coming from work. I used to watch like 10 to 12 different TV shows. And now with Netflix, you can watch all the shows, binge watching, and you can watch them all in a row. It was kind of sick, but I didn't realize that I was wasting time until I decided that I wanted to do something else, until I decided that I wanted to create something, until I decided that I wanted to create videos that live in YouTube. And that's the kicker. You don't realize how much time you're wasting when that comes into conflict with your sleeping hours, when that comes into conflict with the time that you spend working, and then when that comes into conflict with the true and real thing that you want to pursue, which in my case was making videos. But then how do you realize that? How do you realize that you are a time waster? Well, if you spend hours watching shows, if you spend hours playing video games, if you spend hours doing things that don't give you any real value, any tangible value, if you're a gamer, don't get me wrong, unless you're gonna be ninja, or you're preparing yourself and you're learning because you're gonna be a professional and you're gonna have a professional career out of those video games, please keep doing those. If that's your pathway, please, by all means. But if nothing out of value comes from those activities, then you're wasting your time. And the first thing to do is start a diet of some sort. You need to start thinking about what you really want to do and start pursuing those activities that you enjoy. True, we do all those activities, or we consume all this content because we like it. But when you realize that you're doing something and you like that something that you're doing, then you focus on that activity in particular to keep going ahead and getting better at it, or doing more about it, or doing it every day. And then that slowly but surely moves away that time wasted on those other activities that doesn't give you anything, for activities that will fulfill you and that will move you ahead into the place that you want to be. So time wasting, yeah, it's really bad, but there are ways to figure out how to get out of that. It will come as a toll. It will come with a lot of effort, but it's doable. And the most important thing is that there's no easy way but to try. I would always like to exercise. I would always like to work out, but I have an issue. I cannot jog. I cannot go and run. I just don't like it. For you to find something that you enjoy that will give you value eventually in your life, you need to keep trying. And then I discovered that I really like working out, to lift weights, to move my body and to get it stronger, to develop muscle. But The issue here is that I didn't like, or I didn't enjoy the fact that I didn't count. Some people that are professionals in this area or in this field will tell me, yeah, Mike, but you need to count in order for you to understand how good are you getting at, how much weight can you do, how many repetitions can you perform, and that's okay. But since I didn't like it, or didn't like the way of doing those things, I didn't pursue that kind of movement, that kind of exercise, and then I wasted time doing other activities. Of course, I came to a place in which since I discovered that I enjoy doing videos, since I discovered that I enjoy producing content, most of my day when I was out of work was to produce content, but then I was neglecting my body. But after trial and error, after starting working out again and counting, I hated counting, I discovered that if I was watching something while doing this exercise, first of all, I wouldn't be wasting time, because I will be giving something to myself on the long run. I will grow stronger, I will grow leaner, I will develop muscle, I will enjoy my time. But then the most important part is that I was doing something that is good for me. I was doing something that I was by trial and error that I discovered how to do well in order for me to keep going at it. It's been 4 months now since I've been exercising, and it's a way that I'm not wasting time. Why? Because that's the other part. I used to wake up in the morning, I go to the toilet, and then I was just on my phone scrolling down Instagram, scrolling down Facebook, scrolling down Twitter, scrolling down YouTube, and you name it, wasting my time in social media for an hour and a half early in the morning. I achieved the fact to wake up early in the morning, but then I was wasting that hour and a half for really needing to get ready for work in mindless things. So instead of doing the exercise that I have accomplished how to do, that I have accomplished, okay, these 10 minutes, there are now 35 minutes of exercise that make me sweat, that make me better, that make me stronger, I won't do it at night. If possible, I do it in the morning. So when I wake up, I go to the toilet, yes, but I don't open my phone. When I go to the bathroom after using the toilet, I go brush my teeth, I come and have a cup of coffee, and I still have a lot of time to do to prepare myself for work. I start working out. So I stop wasting an hour or an hour and a half in something that I can do later into achieving a little goal for the day, which is working out. Something that is a little bit of an objective of mine that I want to accomplish every single day, alongside with my fasting, alongside with my content creation, alongside with learning new methods, new theories, new skills about this content creation. I do my workout at that time, so it's done. So I have accomplished something, and I haven't wasted my time. Wasting time is super easy. Wasting time comes at the expense of ourselves that we don't even realize that, because we are so much, into this routine of living this life that we don't realize that we're doing that is harmful for ourselves. So try that out. Try changing your routines. Try and stop doing things that doesn't give you any value. Try to get rid of those activities that is just something that you do on the toilet, because we used to have the newspaper, but now we have the phone. But the thing with the newspaper is that you have a limited amount of pages to look through. With the phone, the scrolling goes infinite, and that's the issue, and that's the kick out. So stop wasting your fucking time and go ahead and do something great. And with that, my friends, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for watching this episode. As always, thank you so much for being there. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you can have the notifications whenever myself, El Coco Mike, uploads a new episode. With nothing else in regard of wasting your time, I will leave you alone. Please stop wasting your time. And as always, sayonara!